Yellow. It's your boy That's No Moon, the laziest YouTuber around there, and today we're carrying on the series of Gear 13. Is it worth it with Old Daka? Now, it's fair to say that I have a good affinity for Nightsisters. Simple reason being, if you've ever seen any of my Grand Arena streams, this is the team that is most likely going to hold for a battle on defense. And there's a lot of flexibility with this team at the moment. In my opinion, this is probably the best B plus or A minus team out there. And when we talk about best teams in the game, we're looking at General Anakin, we're looking at Padme, we're looking at General Grievous, we're looking at Jedi Knight Revan, and we're looking at Darth Revan. They're probably all the A pluses. Debatable about Jedi Knight Revan anymore, but this is probably the best B minus team up there. And if you can get someone, if you can get your Nightsisters to a place where someone has to use one of those 5 squads that I've just mentioned, that is a huge net win. Like very, very unique mechanics on Nightsisters. A, because of the revives, B, because of zombie, and they are a tough team. I've already got Gear 13 Mother Tells in. Unfortunately, not before the series started recording. But today we're going to be having a look at Old Daka. Now, mods, I'm going to go through mods a little bit, and there is a guy in our guild who has all Relic 7 Nightsisters. He's put absolute work in, so I'm going to be referring to him for mods and advice on this as well. Now, I have waited, Nightsister Elder. Now, the lead here, extra 50% health, so this last bit increase it by 15%, and defense is going to be, if you do want to counter a General Grievous squad and save your Jedi Knight Revan for elsewhere, this is the way to go. And having Nightsister Elder tanky in terms of health, this is what we need. So I'm going to upgrade that, and I am also going to put the Zeta on. So whenever another ally is revived while Old Daka is active, Old Daka gains 10% max health, stacking until the end of the encounter. So there's no limit on this. This will just go and go and go. So at the moment, and in the interest of fairness, let's have a look at base stats. So the mastery is going to be increased crit avoidance, health and resistance. At the moment, now the way I have my Nightsisters, or my Old Daka, is going to be a good shout on potency. So speed is 274, and they're going to get an extra 30 speed. So it's going to start off at 304 under a Mother Tells in or an Asajj lead. Potency is 121, so we're pretty much guaranteed a stun, and I think this is why this shuts down troopers so much. And Asajj's lead, taking off 20% turn meter as well, is going to be huge with this. So having your Nightsisters quick is going to outrun most teams. There's no other B team that can really beat it, I don't think. And just as a basic look as well, we've got health 37,000, protection 51. Now that is due to having protection primaries. This is all going to change, and I will show you why. So potency there, again, this is more because of the speeds. Plus 21, plus 17, plus 20, plus 21 on that one, plus 15 on that, and then 32 there. But that is a nice secondary health. So we are going to be having a look at mods for secondary health and primary health as well. So let's go ahead. Let's put that Zeta, the Gear 13 piece on. It's going to have a huge bump in health. It's going to have a nice bump in speed as well. Physical damage, I'm not too bothered about that, but potency is quite big in terms of, again, I can now start replacing those potency mods because naturally she's going to be very potent and she's still going to be stunning there as well. What does it share gear with now? If you saw the Jedi Knight Revan Gear 13, is it worth it? I almost stopped the video halfway through because I was so tempted to do this instead. But it's weird, it's come around quite quickly. So let's hit the button, let's craft it, let's equip it. There we go, and let's upgrade. So this is going to be a nice bump, and I'm actually going to go and apply that as well. So Territory Wars is coming up a little bit later on, so that's going to be useful. Let's stick a couple of levels maybe on her. So we're going to add to health, we're going to add to armor, which is great. We're going to add to, the main one is crit avoidance and health, which is huge actually. So let's just go into Joa Scavenger. Let's get a few of these. Ding, 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 ding. Let's convert those. And let's carry on this merry journey. And there we go. Let's get one of those as well. So let's go to relic level 2. Okay, so I really do like the stat increase. We've got like health, which is going to be stack, stack, stack. Armor, which is great. So it's going to stop damage from physical attacks. Agility growth, again, the armor is useful there. Crit chance, not too bothered about that, but that is quite a significant stat as well. Tactics growth is going to be special damage, physical damage. Again, never a bad thing, but not the most important thing here. And then tactics healer mastery is going to be crit avoidance, which is huge. Health, which is huge, and resistance, which is going to be special damage negation. So let's have a quick look. Okay, so we're 62,000 health at the moment, and again, we're going to be stacking 10% health. Now, again, at the moment, I'm going to be remodding over the course of the day, because let me just jump to AHT's, and this is his moment to shine. And where are we? Look at it, 600 tickets already. Wow. Right, let's go Nightsisters. Okay, so this looks very nice. Old Daka at 7, so it's all going to be health primaries. It is all going to be, the focus is on health or health secondaries. The reason being, look at that health, 145,000, nearly 146,000. Now, AHT thinks he can get it to over 150 without negating speed too much. Probably shouldn't be too hard, but yeah, very, very little focus here on protection. I was going to say that triangle is going to be health, that is going to be health, and then that is going to be health as well. So anything that you can get here that adds to your overall, so and very nice secondary stat there, 3.2% or 3.28% health there, and a nice secondary stat there as well, 3.35. At Gear 12, protection is probably better, but certainly when you apply that Zeta and you are then looking at up in the relic levels, it is all going to be about the health. The reason being, this is what she was made for. This is being tanky, and again, Padme will also easily wipe this, but if you think, well, Padme here, they've had to use Padme to use against Nightsisters, great, that's a net win. That means they're not using Padme elsewhere. So that is the reason why I think Old Daka is so good, and the Nightsister core is so good, just because they are an issue for so many other teams out there that are like roughly their equivalent. So the B+ or the A- teams, they are the strongest out the lot until you get to things like Darth Revan. And again, if someone uses a Darth Revan on it or a General Grievous on it, perfect. It means that they can't use it on defense, or they're going to be, as I say, you can very quickly get into trouble against Nightsisters here. So as I said, do I think Gear 13 Daka is worth it? 100%. You do have to moderate for it to be very useful, but it is worth it, and I'm going to be having a look. I'm going to be having a big remod and seeing what I can get here as well. Nice to finally get another Nightsister to Gear 13 as well. But as I said, potentially this is what you're looking at, 150,000 health, and being a real issue with that stacking. What is it? When you get a stacking 10% max health up. So each and every time a Nightsister dies or is revived, you get 10% extra health. So again, that's going to be huge. That's going to be a real problem for your opponents in territory wars. In territory battles, it's going to help you out, and also in Grand Arena, it is going to be huge as well. Should it be one of your first Gear 13s? Well, no. I think this is going to be, get the main teams done first. So what I mean by that is your A+, like we said earlier, Darth Revans, Darth Malaks, Darth Jedi Knight Revans, Padme, things like this, General Grievous. Get these main teams, the A+ done first, and then start having a look at characters like this. As I said, I really do enjoy Nightsisters, and I've had a lot of success with them. I'm going to have to remod, unfortunately, and I'm going to have to dip in speed a little bit to increase in health. But getting Daka tanky is again, what we want. So let me know your thoughts on this. I think this is a really, really good Gear 13. And yeah, so, but as I said, I'll continue doing this series as a free-to-play player. It is quite infrequent. I don't know when the next one's coming. It all depends on the farms and the gear drops and things like that. So, but I thought I would let you know why this character is so useful at Gear 13. So hopefully this helps you make an informed decision as to whether you want to take your Daka to Gear 13. I can highly recommend it with the surrounding crew. They don't have to be like that, but they are an incredible team. So as I said, they will surprise a lot of you people or a lot of your opponents on Grand Arena and in Territory Wars, and it is a fun team to do, but it is very mod dependent, especially with Old Daka. So I'm going to head off remod, and if you do want to, or if you do want to support the channel and have enjoyed the content, please feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, or a subscription as well if you want to see Gear 13. Is it worth it in the future? And regular Grand Arena playthroughs as well. I'll leave you with that. You can also head over to the Discord if you want to carry on the discussion and ask me about any other characters that I think Gear 13, is it worth it? And we will go from there. See you all next time. Have a good day wherever you are in the world as well. Cheers, guys.